stands out about the collective emotional strength of this room, given all the injuries and what you were able to do to come through Florida and now parlay that into a home performance tonight?
Yeah, that was a huge response road trip for us. I mean, coming off that Carolina game, obviously that was an embarrassing moment for us, but to go in there, play against two really good teams in difficult buildings to play in, I thought that shows a lot of character out of our group, and we just want to continue that momentum going forward because those are two big wins, but that doesn't really mean much. We got a lot of games to go down this stretch.
Obviously, it was born out of necessity, but is there anything that you like as a forward about the 11 forward, 7 defense, and the sort of configuration you had in the last game? More ice time, maybe?
Yeah, I guess.
A bit more fluidness to the lineup?
I don't think maybe fluidness. I think that sometimes the lines get juggled and you're playing with different guys, but I think more ice time, I guess. Everyone likes to play a little bit more, but I don't know. I think the way that we had it set up last game, you had the same line mates for most of the time, no matter what, and then it was just kind of one guy double shifting here and there.
Do you see yourself in a Zach Hyman kind of role on your line as how it applies to those guys? Are all things different?
Yeah, I mean, Hymes is a pretty special player. He's really good at what he does, so I don't think anyone can really replicate what he does. But for sure, when you're playing with Willie and JT, you just want to get them the puck. They're so dynamic offensively that you want the puck in their hands most of the time. And that's, I guess, my job is to try and get on the forecheck, win some battles, and get it to them, and then also be able to get to open space and find room to make plays.
No, I guess not really. I think obviously you don't want to get hit, and I'm not going to sit here and talk to you guys about how to fight. It's not my expertise, but I think it's just in human nature to try to do everything you can to not get hit and hit the other guy.
There's a time in this team where these questions wouldn't even be thought of. It's a little different these days, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, hockey's changed a lot in the past 10 to 5 years even. So. But stuff happens on the ice sometimes. We've been playing with a lot of emotion, been big games, against Pittsburgh and against Florida especially. So, stuff happens on the ice, and I've just tried to been out there to do my job.
I mean, how you're not necessarily looking for them, but if the moment comes, you're not going to shy away. I mean, where along just kind of your life, or maybe what role did your dad maybe perhaps play, just in terms of developing that mindset?
Yeah, I think I'm never going to be, that star forward on a team that's going to score a lot of goals and points, but, for sure be a lot of energy game in and game out, and be on the forecheck and aggravate the team. And I think that's an important piece of the team. And, you look at my dad's career, I feel like, he's been in the same type of role as I have, not necessarily been fighting as much, but, been in that same role. And, like you said, if it presents itself, then I'm not going to shy down, and I think it gives a lot of life for the teammates to see a guy that doesn't fight too much.
There with the longest I've been out in my career, so it is tough, but it happens to everyone at some point. So it is a little hard with the timing of everything, but they've done a great job to get me back this quick.
Does it kind of help having Morgan with you? You're saying spending a lot of time with him, just having someone going through it too?
I mean, from a selfish standpoint, yeah, it's nice to have some company, but and then now Muzz too. I mean, that's very unfortunate, but you don't really want that company, but it's nice to have other guys with you when the team's traveling.
What do you think young guys have stepped up? I mean, there's 5 and 6 Marlies, from a couple of years ago now, the top 6.
Yeah, they've done a great job. I mean, they've come in a pretty high pressure situation where we're fighting every night for points in huge games. So they've done a great job coming in and just competing for us.
What have you seen from the younger two? One's going to be out of the teenage years next month, but in terms of what you experienced in Ottawa at a similar time in your career, and obviously playing in a Canadian market, and how challenging all of that can be given the eyes on you.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, it is a tough league. At first, you're coming up and you're just full of adrenaline every single night, and then the season kind of hits you a little bit, and it's just how well you can handle that part of the season when you're a little tired and the adrenaline starts to fade off, and it becomes a normal thing to be in the lineup and playing every single night. So those are the tough parts you fight through, but they've been doing a great job.
Late to the dance with this question. Do you see a date on the calendar at some point, without getting specific, as to when you hope to be back?
I'm still not too sure. think the next step is just practicing full practice with some contact and stuff, and kind of go from there. But today was a good step for me mentally, just be passing the puck around and feeling the puck with all these guys. So it's nice to be back with the team.
After Jake got hurt, you had that quote after the game, everyone's got to step up, we can't feel sorry for ourselves. Kyle retweeted that quote with a link to a YouTube video about, the Chinese farmer and this idea that you can't, get too high or too low because you don't know what the circumstances are. I know he sends that stuff, types of articles and videos to guys. Do you ever send anything like that to you personally?
Well, throughout my time here, yeah, I think whatever different challenges, other people that can relate to similar scenarios or situations, are just what our group's in. Big picture or little picture, I think he does such a good job of communicating with the group and guys individually to, continue to help us get better and maximize what we have here and reach our potential.
Had you heard that one before?
I have not heard that one. Yeah.
John, what was the common thread from Tampa and Sunrise that you'd like to see continued here tonight in terms of getting another victory?
I think just how when things didn't go our way, we seem to elevate our game, which is crucial at this time of year. And I think just having a good feel for the whole hockey game and understanding and being patient. Breaking a team down, and that's not always just creating grade A scoring chances, but just making it difficult on them to play in our end, play on our half of the ice. And when you do enough of that, of making a team have to fight for the puck, chase the puck, have to give it up and try to get it back, lends things into our favor that's eventually going to lead to opportunities and us to break down their structure and the way they want to play.
Tonight, two of the elite face-off teams in the league. What has Pre-Scout told you about Vancouver and just how dominant they can be?
Yeah, take a look at some things today, throughout the day, and try to prepare yourself as best you can. No question, they compete hard, they fight hard. All their centermen really dig in each and every draw, make it difficult on you. And they do a good job as a group. Their wingers and their defensemen help out quite a bit, which is such a big part of it. A lot on the 50-50s, tie, a lot of faceoffs that really are basically ties and become a puck battle. So no question, a big part of the game and something we want to be good in.
Sheldon, given what you were able to do this past week down in Florida, what's the key to a good road game in this building here tonight?
Well, we didn't talk about it being a road game on home ice or anything like that, but just about carrying forward what we did in Florida. To me, it shouldn't matter what building we're in. We need to be able to play with that level of urgency, and we feel like when we do that, that good things follow. It's just the other night we're down 3-1 and nothing's really going our way. But we stayed with it, and I thought, in fact, we dug in even further or even more and worked even harder rather than folding and getting down on ourselves. So that was a really good sign, and it's a sign that good things happen for us when we do that.
Cody Ceci taking part there in the morning skate, do you have a timeline for when you think you might be able to come back?
No real timeline yet, but positive step, of course, that he was out there and looks like he's doing well. As long as there's no setbacks, we're just going to continue to have him progress. I believe all of our injured players are going to travel with us to California and begin practicing with us out there. So it's a good sign for all of them.
Does that include Muzzin too, or?
Not Muzzin's going to come, I believe, and get on the ice. I don't know if he's not going to be in practice, though. I don't think.
What went into the thought process of getting Kerfoot back on the wing with Tavares and kind of rejigging the lineup a bit after a couple of good wins?
Yeah, just felt that we needed to get a little more consistency with that line. I put that line in under some real duress, with having 11 forwards and moving things around, and I don't know how many different line combinations I had the other night. I really liked the plan going into that game, and I liked how it worked for us through the game. Florida generally is a pretty heavy matchup team, and I think when we have as much fluctuation in the lineup with the 11 forwards as we do when you're on the road, I think it makes it real challenging for the opposition. And I think we felt that in the game too, but it is taxing on the players, a little taxing on the coach too, because he makes a lot more decisions than you need to in a regular game. But we wanted to back on home ice here, just get a little more traction with the line. Taking a little bit of a step backwards with Malgin is would help he and our team, and that's what we're going to do. I don't like breaking up the third line, as I think that had been going well for us, but situation calls for it, I believe.
Sheldon, you've worked with a lot of young defensemen. You have a lot of young defensemen. What Quinn Hughes is doing with the Canucks, what stands out about his game as a rookie and how he's been able to do what he's doing?
He's just got a crazy amount of skill, and then he matches that with confidence to be able to utilize it. Obviously, the coaching staff there, I think, has done a good job of just letting him do his thing, and good things have followed. But he's an elite talent.